Good morning. 5. I'm a little bit late. I apologize. I had to get out of the shower, get dressed a little bit, wearing my Vita Bonita shirt. Yeah. Um, how the heck are y'all? Welcome to day 25. Welcome to the replay. If you're watching this on the replay, you can fast forward to about the 5-minute mark. It's gonna be a short one today. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm at my mastermind in Sedona, Arizona. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Let's get some people in here real quick. We got Bridget Diane Gruber watching from Facebook. That's awesome. Where else is everyone watching from? Mary Beth Carswell. Hey, I haven't seen you in the tribe lately. Good morning. Hope you're doing great. I'm in Sedona. Yes, I am. Anita Louise, good morning. How's Hawaii cleaning up? Facebook user, just give StreamYard permission and your name will pop up. Spinster Sister, what's going on? Watching on YouTube. Gina G's watching on YouTube. Good morning, Lori. Everyone's the old crew's coming on here. Do me a favor real quick. Everyone hit the share button or the like button or tag somebody so we can get more people on the stream. Usually we have about 100 people. It's so funny. The first one I did, we had almost 200 people watching. And you can see, congratulations, y'all, for getting to day 25. We have another week to go. And we have these regular people show up, like Rishi is showing up, Anita's showing up, Carrie is showing up. Good morning. Jamie Rose showing up. See, Teresa, Paige King. Oh, Miracle Timberlake. Nice. There's Paige King. All right. Oh, wow. 3 weeks post-op. Be pretty tight. Eat slowly. Debbie Jameson. Good morning to y'all. So how are you guys liking the content? What have you taken away from your last 24 days? This is a glass of water. Clear my throat. What's going on? Living north of Dallas, Texas. Living. You mean living or living? That looks like Colleen right there. Hope you guys are doing great. Karen Hellman, good morning. I'm at my mastermind in Sedona, Arizona. Outside of Sedona and Boynton Canyon at a place called Enchantment Resort. It is beautiful here. This is my third or fourth time to Sedona. We had the most amazing train ride yesterday through the canyon. Good morning, Scott Schubert. Hope you guys are doing great. To see the canyon and the red rocks, and it was the old original copper mining tracks and everything. It was great. Good morning, Lauren. Made it. All right, can't change it for 9 more days. That's so funny. All right, here we go. What have you taken away? Let go of shit and do what I love. Yes, yes, yes. Peeling away from being average. Cannot be average. That is why you are watching. You have decided to not be average. Stacy Ann, Sarah Elizabeth. Okay, so I am going to my mastermind. It's going to be a short one today. And we do what's called the hot seat. You get on the hot seat, you tell them who you are, what you're working on, and what you need help with. And everybody in the mastermind will either give you advice or connections, recommend a book, etc. And it can be about business. It can be about personal items. We had one person yesterday ask for marital advice, which is interesting because he's a super uber successful business person who made a lot of money, but is going through some marital stuff that his marriage is fine, but his wife is going through some marital stuff and so needs some help with that. So I'm going to go up there and tell him about, I'm working on this bed and breakfast. So if you haven't heard, I am raising money for a bed and breakfast. I'm going to move from Houston to Santa Fe. It's an hour outside of Santa Fe, up in the mountains, 8,500 feet. Timberland, tall pines. It looks like Christmas on steroids. It's got some aspen trees. It's 10 acres, 3 buildings, 4 ponds. And it is in the middle of the Santa Fe National Park, which is 1.6 million acres. If you or someone you know would like to invest in that property with me, I'm offering 18% interest. 18% interest, minimum $25,000 investment. It's a short-term loan, 6 months payback. And after 6 months, if you want to cash out, I can cash you all the way out. Or I can, or you can stay in at 15%. 15%. I need the money. I gotta have the money. It's coming. Colleen Brown. Good morning. That's better. Mandy, Alexi, Jenny. So just it's outside of Santa Fe. It is amazing. Yep. Yes. Nice. That'd be awesome. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. So just reach out to me or send me a message or contact information. 25,000. If someone, I'm raising 2 million, you know, but if you have the whole 2 million or someone, let me know. If you want to refer somebody, I will definitely give you a referral finder's fee. So you can totally help me out there too. So it is beautiful. It's breathtaking. We can have the bed and breakfast. You can come there during the summer months, which is busier, the busy season. The weather's amazing starting around April, May. It's still gorgeous in October, November, starting to get cold, and then we get snow. They get snow up there. You don't get snowed in very often. It's a lot like Tahoe, where there's ice, but there's hardly anyone up there. So that'd be a great time to have a retreat. If you wanted to put together a writer's retreat, if you want to have a family gathering there. So, yep, I'm paying you 18% interest only payments for 6 months. Minimum investments 25,000, and it's backed by the property. So if I default, you can go in there. Oh yes, and that's the key, Nancy. I'm actually moving my family from Houston to the property to live on site and to work it and manage it. So even if you don't want to invest or can't invest or whatever, I hope you'll show up and come and rent a bed and breakfast and have some breakfast tacos from Dr. V, or have some beef bourguignon, or try some of my gumbo. It'll be amazeballs, right? So that's my new adventure. And I will just tell you, I am taking my YouTube channel. It's still going to have some health and wellness, but I will talk about homesteading, because we're going to build up the gardens. We're going to do remodeling, rehab. I have to rehab one of the homes. I'm going to stock the ponds with trout and talk about that. I'll bring some turkeys up there, turkey run, chickens. We can live off of some chicken eggs and turkey eggs and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be amazing. So that's what's going to happen with the YouTube channel for those of you watching on the YouTube channel. Whitney Rowdy Bush is here. Patty Eckert's here. All right, listen. I have to get to my mastermind. Yesterday was much better. I was on time. It's actually good. I'll be in the hot seat today, and I'm going to ask them for investment. So it's very exciting. It's a new change for Dr. V. My oldest, Kizzy, who's in my book, is leaving for college this year. Don't know where she's going yet, but so there's really nothing keeping us in Houston. And but because we have the 9-month-old, because we have Milani, the baby, we really can't leave and do anything, even though neither one of us works. I mean, we can take her to lunch every day, and that's fun. But we don't really have any friends or family. Now, we have some friends, but we don't have any family support. So if Erica and I wanted to go, like, I couldn't have Erica here with me in Sedona because, well, Mason's still in school. So I'd have to find a babysitter or fly Erica's mom in and pay her to watch the kids, something like that. This way, outside of Santa Fe, we will be within an hour from family, and we can plan stuff. We can have them come and watch the kiddo while we go have a night out in Santa Fe, or travel to San Diego or wherever we want to go. And they can help run the bed and breakfast and check people in, check people out. And it would be awesome. Nancy, you want to visit or do you want to invest? So it's going to be a lot of fun. And the YouTube channel is going to document this journey, our travel, all that stuff. Thank you. She is a doll. But she's 17, man. She's heading off to college to become an actress, So the reason why you're watching me today is because you've decided to not be average. And there's 100 of y'all watching, believe it or not, and all the different channels. I don't know which group you're watching in, because there's different groups. If you're watching on my fan page or YouTube channel, usually has, just all together, we're close to 100 people. So the whole premise of this past month is that you're going to start off 2024 and not be average. Being average means overweight. Some of y'all are still overweight. I love you, but some of y'all are overweight, living paycheck to paycheck. That's average American, does not have $500 in the bank, cannot handle a $500 emergency. 60% divorce rate. So you're not happy or present or engaged or excited about your marriage. And then 80% of Americans are disconnected from their work, right? So, oh man, Nancy, there you go. Just Nancy, message me on Facebook. Just send me a message, and that'd be the easiest thing. Um, so, oh, and if you're watching on YouTube like this and you want to message me, you can just flip over to Facebook and send me a message on on my regular page about the investment. Use my regular page, not my fan page. The fan page gets a bunch of stupid shit messages on there. So, um, uh, so that's what being average is, right? And no, so write this down because this is super important you understand this. That does not make you a bad person. It does not mean that you're not a spiritual person. It does not mean that you're a bad mom, right? What it does mean is that you have fallen for a bunch of lies. You're living, I call it, it's called, and if you don't know this term, I mean, dude, feel free to use it. Okay. Feel free to use it. We are living in a state of a socially induced hypnosis. I had some conversations with some pretty successful people yesterday, and I realized, like, dude, you're living a socially induced hypnosis. For example, one guy got his girlfriend pregnant at a young age. They were in their 20s, and they got pregnant like 5 months into dating. And then he goes, and I did the right thing. I felt like I had to do the right thing, and we got married. I think they ended up having like 2 kids, and then under the stress, he didn't feel like her parents were supportive, and he just heard a bunch of like, "You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're not doing a good job," and it really stressed him out. And they eventually ended up divorcing like 5 years later, which is not an uncommon story. So that's a socially induced hypnosis. This belief that you have to get married if you get pregnant. No, you don't. Like Eric and I are not married because his mom and I were never married. We were together 17 years. And you say, well, why do you have to get married? And people say, well, it's a sign of commitment. If that were true, then why is there a 60% divorce rate? And I think the second marriage is like 75% divorce rate. It's just not true. Now, if you want to do it for religious reasons, that's a whole nother thing. Like I believe in, that's what my church teaches, etc. Well, there's a bunch of shit churches teach too. And I was like, so we're talking about, where did you grow up? Like, what religion are you, Catholic or Mormon or whatever, spiritual, whatever, not, agnostic. And so I actually grew up, they asked me, did I grow up Buddhist? Because in Vietnam, you're either Buddhist or Catholic, believe it or not, because of the French influence. And my dad was Buddhist. And then he got converted to Southern Baptist when we got to Longview, Texas. You can imagine Dr. V, Southern Baptist. Now, if you're a strict Southern Baptist, you're not allowed to drink alcohol and you're not allowed to dance. You're not supposed to dance. And I'm kind of like, why? Why can't you dance? Like, if you start dancing, like if you start moving, like, Mason, we have a video of Mason when she was like a year and a half old, and this music comes on in the background, and we have her, like, she starts dancing to this, like this. And Milani, starting around 6 months old, like she was sitting in her bouncer chair watching Coco Melon, and a song would come on like "Wheels in the Bus Go Round and Round," and we watched her, and she was bouncing herself to the rhythm of the music, to the beat. And so I'm like, Milani just came from Source, and if Source is imbibing her with this natural rhythm, why are we not allowed to dance as a Southern Baptist? That's just one example, right? But wherever I'll give you another socially induced hypnosis, that you need to find a good job, save money, retire at 65, and then start living your life. That is an effing, like, why? Have you ever sat down and thought about that? So people believe certain things. Let's just take money um, for now. So money. What are some of the thoughts around money that you've been told growing up that you now realize is not true? Just from hanging out with me or watching some other videos or a book you've read, what are some money lies that you have been told growing up? And I'll pop your name up. I'll give you a couple. I'll give you a big one. Money doesn't make you happy. I'm like, yes, it does. I mean, I promise you, I've been happy when I was broke, and I've been happy when I've had money. And let me tell you, happy with money is way better. Way better. I would take happy with money any day uh, of the week. Okay. Happy with money beats happy broke any day of the week. Now, which then takes you to uh, uh, broke and unhappy, which I've been broke and unhappy, and rich and unhappy. Okay. Watch this. Watch this. Right? Yes, I'm gonna pop these up. Money is the root of all evil. Money buys happiness. It doesn't help it. I don't know. Money doesn't make you happy. Yep, those are all lies. Money doesn't make you happy unless you don't have it. All right. Um, you need money to make money is one of them. That's not true. That is not true. Right? You don't need. It does help. It reduces stress for sure. Okay, watch this. Been broke and unhappy and rich and unhappy. Okay. Given the choice, you have two choices. You're gonna be unhappy. You could be broke and unhappy or rich and unhappy. Which one would you choose? Put that in the comment section. Someone put down for Dr. V, I would be rich and unhappy. You know why? It's not because of the shit that money can buy. It's because I can use that money to get me out of the situation. Whether it's a divorce attorney, whether it's leaving a company and starting my own business, whether it's taking a month-long vacation and hiking Machu Picchu or whatever. Which one would you choose? You have two choices: rich and unhappy or broke and unhappy. Come on, see? Everybody picks rich and unhappy. And if you say no, Dr. V, I would rather be broke and unhappy, then you are severely affected by the social delusion, you know. And you can use money for therapy. If you're broke, can you afford to hire a therapist? No. If you're broke, can you get on antidepressant meds? No. Right? But if you have money, can you get the best therapist? Yes. Can you sign up for yoga? Yes. Can you go to a retreat in Cancun? Yes. Can you go to a mastermind in Sedona? Yes. You would choose rich and unhappy. Okay. It totally gives you choices. That's exactly right. So average people will say shit like money doesn't make you happy. Money's not important. I'm good. I'll give you some sneaky ones. We call these sneaky negatives. Okay. And these are things that average people say that they don't realize they're saying. Kind of tries to justify where they are. Okay. Sneaky negatives. And these sneaky, I'll give you a couple. Like, I'm good. Like, no, you're not. All right. No, you're not. I was having this conversation with somebody on the train ride yesterday. Okay. You have three choices in life: more, less, or the same. Okay. Number three: more, less, or the same. Which one are you going to choose? Put it in the comment section. Okay. More, less, or the same. Do you want more money or less money? Do you want more love? Dr. V, why is it all about money? Do you want more love or less love? Do you want more connection with your God or less connection with God? Do you want more connection with source or less connection with source? Do you want more sex or less sex? Do you want more alcohol or less alcohol? I mean, the second you run out of beer and wine at the party's over and people are going to go find more beer or wine. It's always more. Now you're sitting there going, no, Dr. V, that's because we're watching you and we know The answer is more. Like you're selecting from, and which is true. You guys are not average. So you guys are more likely to say more. But let's think about this. Who in their right mind would say less? Do you know anybody? Ask your mom. Ask this question to your mom or your sister-in-law or your coworkers. Hey, do you want more money this year or less money? Do you want more love or less love? So Colleen, this is good. You bring this up. This is good. So it's not less alcohol that you want, it's more clarity or more mornings without a hangover, right? Like that's what you want, right? so uh so this is a good point, Amy. I'm afraid to want more. We're going to talk about that. But let's just say, given the choice though, Amy, I'm assuming you want more. Nobody's going to say less. So here's the sneaky negative. The sneaky negative is I'm all good. I got mine. All right. Less stuff, more love. So less stuff means more money, actually. Right, Ladon? So if you don't spend your money buying junk, you'll have more money. So you want more of everything, more of the good stuff in life, right? More water, more weight loss, more fitness, right? So more gratitude. This is a good one. More gratitude. So the sneaky negative is what average people would say, I'm all good. I'm do better than most. No. So they might argue, no, I'd be happy if things stayed the same. I would be happy if things stayed the same. That's a social delusion. You have to trust me on this, and I'll explain to you why that's not possible. Let's say you're going to make the same amount of money this year as last year. No pay raise or whatever. Or maybe they give you a 5% pay raise or whatever, or 10-cent pay raise, whatever, right? But basically, it's going to be the same. And you go, I'm all good, Dr. V. I'm doing better than most. Okay. Is your car more likely or less likely this year to break down? Are you more likely or less likely to need an oil change? Right? More likely, right? Because that's just the nature of a car. It's more likely to break down. You're more likely to need new brakes or new shocks and springs. So the stuff that you own is starting to break down. Will you need more printer ink or no printer ink? Which one's more likely? More likely you're gonna need printer ink. Is the ballerina the ballet lessons prices gonna go up or go down? Is the soccer gear gonna go up or down? Are the piano lessons gonna go up or down? See, the price more likely go up. So the second that you say, no, I'm all good. I'd be happy if things stayed the same. You're actually getting less. Can I have an aha there? Less. Oh my God, Stacy. Absolutely $180. I mean, I did my Suburban. It was like $200. It was crazy, right? It's crazy. It always happens. So write this down. The very definition of inflation, and the Fed, all this talk about the price of inflation, the price of eggs, the price of gas, the price of groceries have gone up. The very definition of inflation is that your money is buying you less. So in purchasing power, if you make $50,000 a year, this year you're going to make $50,000. Your purchasing power this year is actually only 95% of what it was last year, which is a lie because we know inflation is more like 12, 15, 20%. So your $50,000 this year is only buying like $40,000 worth of stuff. That is the very definition of inflation. Happy birthday, Beverly Geary, by the way. So if you say, I'm all good, Dr. V, I've got enough, you're actually getting less. In other words, there is no, I said you had three options, more, less, or the same. There is no fucking same option. See, this is the social delusion. This is what it means to be average. They believe that there's a difference between the same and less. But the truth is, the same is also less. Does that make sense? It's the same thing as saying I want less, as if you stay the same. So the fact that your business is not going up or growing, or you're not making more money or whatever, or Social Security isn't sending you more, it's you're getting less. So those are example sneaky negatives. I'll start the diet on Monday. I deserve. In fact, you should get rid of that word deserve, by the way. I deserve this margarita. I've had a hard week. I've had a hard day. These are things that average people say that are sneaky negatives. I'm too tired. I'm worn out. Why would you ever be too tired? Okay, this is a big one. My problem, Dr. V, is that I mindlessly eat. Why would you do that? Life is too short. Why would you be mindless about your life? Sneaky negatives. I'll give you another sneaky negative. I'm bored. My problem is I boredom eat. Which one is it? Are you a boredom eater or are you a stress eater? So you can't say, "Oh, I'm stressed out," and be bored, right? Does that make sense? The very definition that you have things in your life that are stressing you out means you can't be bored. Or you're sweeping shit under the rug and just sitting there on the couch, watching Game of Thrones, not doing anything. I got to get caught up on, Yellowstone, Dr. V. Well, which is it? Do you have all the time in the world or are you stressed out? This is the stuff that average people say and do that fucks up their life. So today's tip, and I got to go. I got to run. Yeah, I'm finally getting to today's tip. One of our mantras that we teach it in my private group is this one. You have to do the doo-doo. It's called doing the doo-doo, man. Like, you got to do it. I got to do it. I got to put on my shoes. I need to walk around the block. I need to go outside to the garden. I need to do the doo-doo. I need to do the stretching. I need to call my 2 contacts. I need to ask my sister-in-law, okay, what's the deal with the dildos? Okay, what's the deal with the passion part? In case you're just tuning in, wondering why Dr. V is all caught up on dildos. It's because one time we were talking about passion parties. I didn't realize that was a thing until I found out it was a thing, where you ladies get together and figure out ways to spice up your love life. So like, maybe you need to say, okay, I'm not going to sign up for your thing, but let me learn more about it. It's called doing the doo-doo. Maybe you say, okay, I'm going to start green smoothies. I don't need Dr. V to show me how to do green smoothies. I can YouTube it. I can look up recipes online, whatever. But I'm going to actually go to the store this time, as I'm going there anyway, because I'm out of peanut butter or I'm out of bonbons. I'm just going to get the stuff that I need: some spinach, some coconut milk or coconut juice, and some frozen fruit, and I'm going to make myself a green smoothie. That's called doing the doo-doo. Like, you just do the journaling. I did my gratitude journaling. It's 30 fucking seconds. I brought it with me on my trip. Oh, that's my problem, Dr. V. I keep forgetting my journal. I left my gym clothes at work, at home. I packed my lunch and I left it at home. Blah, blah, blah. That's not doing the doo-doo. That's what average people do. Average people forget to bring their journal when they're on a trip. Average people forget to bring their supplements when they're traveling. Average people is kind of like, oh, I'm traveling, so I'm going to give up on my diet. I'm just going to eat whatever. I'm at a conference. I'm just going to, and Dr. V, they have all these desserts. I've got to get it. I got to get it. That's the sneaky negatives that average people say that they don't realize they're saying, that keeps them from doing the doo-doo. And the doo-doo is what gets your life forward, right? It's how you get your life moving forward. It's how, don't do that. Colleen, don't do that. It'll drive up your hunger. Don't go with weights. Please. It's in the kitchen. Really focus on nutrition and food. Food is where weight loss happens. Okay. And I'll give you doing the doo-doo means, like, write this down. The doo-doo also means the positive, your thoughts. Average people have these toxic thoughts. They're like, that's a sneaky negative. Like, I got to go to the gym. I got to start lifting weight. No, No, that's not where you want to lose weight. That'll actually drive up your hunger. And if you don't have your food dialed in, you're going to actually eat more. See, that's a lie, right? I'm too tired to do the do-do. So you got to focus on, for example, like doing the do-do means I'm going to stop it with a negative self-talk. It includes your self-talk. I'm going to stop it with a negative talk. Like here's what you want to do. You have to have what's called a pattern interrupt. So if you catch yourself going like, oh man, I don't even know how to do that, or I'm not good at math. You have to go stop, like literally, do the gesture, like this is what we do, like when you can do baby sign language for babies before they learn verbal. You can do science, like language to them. So we teach Milani, like, are you hungry? Do you want to eat? This is the sign for eat. And then you can also do stop. So you have this self-talk, like, oh my God, like I'm nervous. I'm an introvert. I don't know what's going on. Stop. I'm not good at math. Stop. I'm not good at selling. Stop. I'm not good with text. Stop. Stop. Yeah. Stop. Right? It's just not true. And doing the do-do, doing the work, also write this down, is the emotional control. So average people do not control their emotions. They fly off the handle. They respond with anger. They jump to conclusions. This is all emotional control. There's a rumor that the business might be going under, or they're going to start layoffs, and everyone starts whispering, and they don't know anything about it. It's just somebody just whispered something, and now it's all over. And they're jumping to conclusions. They're getting the resumes ready. Like, dude, it's emotional control, dude. Like, you got to stop. So when you feel yourself getting anxious or stressing out about something that hasn't happened, that probably won't happen, you got to just like, whoa, settle down. Stop. So it's emotional control, it's thought control. And yes, it is like, hey, I got to get in my 10,000 steps. Okay. Yes, I need to quit snacking at night. Okay. Yes, I need to journal. Yep. Yes, I need to meditate. Yep. Yes, I need to do Pilates. Yep. But you also got to watch that self-talk and the belief system and emotional control. Okay. Love you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Be awesome. And tomorrow's day 26 of 31. Don't miss out. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.